Hello, viewers.
Hello.
Hello.
We're here at the Koplaidr. Yay!
I'm here in the little Koplaidr office.
Inside jokes.
Well, I mean, we're kind of diving into a huge inside joke right here.
Yes.
So, dear viewer, as you well know, there's a new Star Wars movie coming out in like a week from the release of this video.
Yeah, pretty quickly.
Well, it so happens that about 12 years ago, we rebooted Star Wars first. So, we did it first, thank you. And we had our own Star Wars Episode 8.
We also had an Episode 7, but we don't talk about that.
Well, we'll do a commentary for that one another time.
Yes.
But right now, we're here to indulge in a little bit of nostalgia, a little bit of our old-timey high school filmmaking, and we're going to do a running commentary of this, and hopefully not get any copyright strikes along the way.
Yay. So, without further ado, we're going to be putting on Star Wars 8, The Reach of the Rebellion.
Now, you see, this was groundbreaking graphic technology for the time.
Yes.
Wow, look at that. Stolen right out of a video game.
Where does this music come from?
So this is also stolen right out of a video game.
Oh.
This is from a Star Trek game I had. I believe it was the Starship Creator. It had some generic Star Trek music, and we repurposed it for this.
Okay, then.
If you're wondering, Nils and Jedka were our respective companies we used for filmmaking. One of my friends in high school. And this one coming up here, this is Robert's company.
Yeah.
Because Robert, you tell us a little bit about it. You were the graphics and the animation.
Graphics.
Yes. So I did all the special effects that you're about to see in this movie.
So, thank you, Robert. What a better way to start.
So many ways I could have done this differently. Like I could have downloaded and sorry about that volume. I could have downloaded an actual image of the Star Wars logo and just had that pan back. But no, I wanted to make one of my own, and so that's what you saw.
Hey, you know, it was a tribute to the craft that you wanted to do it yourself.
That is true.
Also, we couldn't get the spacing to make it even all the way across, so all this text is centered.
Oh yeah, it is different.
And I have to say, when we first did this, a couple of years afterwards, I thought, why were we doing a rebellion again? That was the whole point of the original trilogy. And then, fancy that, the new Star Wars started with J.J. Abrams. They've got a rebellion too, so I guess we were on to something there.
Yep, and ours is actually better explained than his, so kudos to us.
We really have to review our episode 7 to bring some context, but you won't need that to enjoy this. This stands on its own.
Yes, as one of the greats.
Hey, it was one of our best. After all the filming we did in high school.
Here comes the spaceship graphics.
Oh man, look at that. It's really there.
It's funny because you talk about downloading a Star Wars logo graphic, and that's literally what we did with that ship was we downloaded it from some website.
Yep. There's the Earth.
Lord Marcello, we have arrived at Lycius, and our sensors have
You may
detected
want
the
to put subtitles on this.
We really needed a boom microphone.
Is well alive when I get
Now that bat is supposed to be a lightsaber, which I'm not sure why he's holding it. Even with the lightsaber graphic, it would have looked ridiculous. Now this building, this is where we filmed most of our scenes for the movie, so you will see it a lot throughout the picture.
Oh, we don't have enough. We're running out of time.
Fun fact, you can actually make up your own dialogue, and it's a lot better than ours, what we're saying in the movie.
What, did he make up his own dialogue?
Well, no, just that it's so hard to hear and so poorly written.
I said we'll have to do some fun subtitles.
We weren't sure if they were clone troopers or stormtroopers, so Just know that these are the bad guys.
Yes, those are the good guys. Firing red lasers.
We tried to be consistent. The rebels always used red lasers, and the evil alliance always used green lasers.
But it does flip around in a few points.
Also, you'll notice that the costumes are not consistent at all. It was just whatever anybody was wearing for the day.
Except for that red robe.
That's our old friend John. He was going to be the main Jedi. He wanted a robe, gosh darn it. Even if it was a bright red bathrobe. Also, everybody plays multiple roles. You'll see one of our friends who's both the Sith Lord and a Rebel soldier all at once. Same costume, too.
There went the Millennium Falcon, in case it wasn't obvious.
There went the Hollow ship from Star Trek Insurrection. Oh, there was an actual Rebel ship. That's another Star Trek Insurrection ship right there. We just, we threw in every generic spaceship we could find.
Oh.
Sounds like the evacuated the remaining Jedi. Got to evacuate the remaining rebellion troops.
So there's supposed to be a battle happening here, so we threw in a bunch of sound effects.
Okay.
To make it sound like there was a battle that's not actually there.
Yep.
I really wish there was better lighting so you could see what happens to her.
Yes, the bad guys grab her.
I like those aircraft wings. They were
Yes.
paper thin.
Yep. Makes them lighter in space.
Now you're gonna watch Brian's shoulder catch on fire there. I think you did that just because it was to make sense of him being goofy there.
Oh, my gun didn't work.
Dan really fell into that scene flipping the chair over. He wanted to be a space soldier.
Do we want to pause for licky here?
Yeah, let's pause. You can just scrunch the audio back together where it needs to go.
Yep.
Hi, Licky. I want to be part of this discussion.
What was our new name for shredded lettuce?
Shred lead.
Shreddish.
Shred lead.
Shredded lettuce. Shreddus or shred lead.
Nope.
Shred lead.
Shed lead.
Anyways, she
Shelley.
seems to be done.
Okay. Starting up again.
All these sound effects you can hear were actually taken from the Clone Wars, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. It was the easiest place to steal them from. Oh, we get to see the lightsaber graphics now.
Oh yes.
Those were that was how we knew we were top filmmakers of our time.
Yep.
Getting those sound effects and the light to line up with our plastic swords.
It's time to die.
It was hours of work.
I can kill you right now.
And it's very obvious where the lighting and the sabers don't quite mix up.
You think I would survive?
It was such dark footage and I couldn't see what was going on.
I had this goofy idea that if it were dark, it would be more dramatic, and you could tell that we weren't filming this in a gymnasium. But you could still tell this is in a gymnasium. There's some chairs over there and a basketball hoop up there.
Oh man!
Oh,
look
there's
at
there's a soccer ball there in the corner.
look at this fighting.
Oh, it's about... Okay, look away, kiddies. It's about to get graphic.
Oh, that hand! Oh,
Fine fish, man.
that's actually our friend's hand in the corner.
Don't worry, we didn't actually cut his hand off.
Now you can tell we filmed on 2 different days because when he chops him, he's there on the floor, and when he turns around, he's gone.
Oh, the rainbow lightsaber.
Because John wanted a rainbow lightsaber. No subtext to that, he just wanted it to be rainbow colored.
Yep.
Never mind that he just vaporized your hands. This was one of the hardest scenes to film because Brian kept ad-libbing just ridiculous things like, the Teletubbies are coming! We had no map to this rebel base, it was just running around hallways.
It's almost like he was trying to have his hands cut off.
I always felt this running scene where he's running through the halls with the lightsaber so awkward because it's too narrow for you to hold it like a sword if you're running, and so just watch this right here. See, just running around like he's holding a torch. I love how it's so slow when it starts off before it takes off properly.
Yep.
It's just floating there in the
It's
sky.
building up speed.
And it's as big as those Star Destroyers too, or is that Force perspective?
That's force perspective.
Not to be confused with Force Lightning
Yes.
or Force Choke.
Force perspective.
Oh, here we are at the Rebel fleet. There was no context whatsoever for this part of the movie. I noticed universally all of our viewers had no idea what was happening here. But they are with the Rebels. They're here to meet and make up their plans. See if you can understand any of this dialogue and watch how horribly it's mashed up to her lips.
If we retake Lestis, then the evil alliance will suffer a tactical blow.
You can't see her lips.
I take it back. This was the hardest scene to film. Nobody wanted to say their lines.
You! The Jedi can land from behind.
Oh look, Robert's eating a popsicle.
Yummy. There's definitely no backstory behind that whatsoever.
Nope, not at all.
Figure out our plan.
Everyone move out! Let's go!
And there's Brian. He couldn't be bothered to get up and join the Rebels in running away.
Oh, with the best equipment. Rebels.
Also, where are they walking to? Right into that wall, of course.
Yep. I think we cut it off before we all slammed into the door. Or maybe I was the only one that walked actually into the door.
So these sequences here where they're landing, these were some of my favorite to film because we were on location north of town. And it felt so real because we're out in the field filming like real filmmakers.
It's the Hollywood magic.
Take the base.
I wanted to be Tommy Wiseau.
We'll crush them easily. Move the ships into higher orbit.
So there's some guards, again played by the same people. He's one of the guards and he's also a rebel shooting at himself. I think he thought he was supposed to be shot at coming out, and we didn't bother to edit it. So, also everybody wanted to turn rolling down this hill being dead. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Fun fact: there's a path that winds through that now. If you look at the aerial footage of town,
There goes Dan.
and
He liked doing his own stunts.
he did. And there they all are now on the good side,
Yep.
shooting up themselves.
Oh, I hated this scene because we were running through like some really prickly bushes right here.
But you just followed them right into it.
Yep.
And it's not a Star Wars movie without an epic space battle, so
Yes.
brace yourselves for these graphics.
Oh man.
These are all downloaded from the same stock footage website of starships.
Oh, stock explosions. Wow. Why didn't they use that trick more than once?
Because they're idiots.
Polarize on that explosion.
Well, they had the same stock explosion in different colors.
I really liked this scene. I wish we could have done it in a higher quality.
Yeah.
The battle over the Star Destroyer. They're supposed to be guarding the old Rebel base that they're coming to take back. And we have new Jedi, never been talked about before, but here they are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we just have lightsabers for some reason, don't we? I've never thought about that before.
And you'll never see these two Jedi ever again. This is their last appearance.
Maybe
See,
they
now we're
were-
back to the Rebel soldiers.
Yeah, now they have blasters.
And actually, this is a famous sequence here. You've used this for a lot of your testing different graphics and filmmaking. Them
Yeah.
running down the hill.
Yeah, I keep reusing this footage when I'm trying a new special effects trick.
Oh no, we broke continuity! They're using green and it's supposed to be red.
Oh, not that.
Maybe they stole the guns.
Okay, so the rebels in orbit are running away, but they're still on the ground, and here comes the evil fleet.
Yep, they've taken back space around the planet.
Our captain's ion field.
Good, now start shooting at the ships in orbit.
This is the ion cannon. We're so
Beautiful.
proud of it. There's actually an extended scene of them fighting to retake the old rebel base. Like, you have one where Brian runs in and throws a grenade and it blows up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that where that blood thing is?
On the TV. So yeah, now they have this OP weapon. They're just blasting ships with it. For some reason, they didn't use the first time.
Yeah.
It just takes a really long time to charge, okay?
Okay, this was one of the funnest scenes to film, just because we kept goofing off. Fire alert! Fire alert! This is another scene without much context, but he's essentially the Sith Lord who escaped his ship blowing up.
My weapon is not yet complete.
He was going to come back in episode 9, which we never made.
They're back.
Oh, and then this beautiful moment we're about to
Remember,
experience.
he got his hands cut off.
So his hands are now lightsabers.
Loved how his one hand was going into the wall.
Well, John didn't really it didn't cognizate in his brain how this was supposed to look when he shot his arms out. Like, the lightsabers weren't just going to spin out into thin air. They had to go whichever way his arms were pointing.
Yep. And in his case, that was the wall. Macromedia Flash.
Great software.
Beautiful program.
This is back in 2005 too, so this was cutting edge for your homebrew computer software.
More like cutting wall.
Am I right? So yeah, this has been Star Wars Episode 8: Reach of the Rebellion.
Well, we just put everyone's full names in this, didn't we?
Oh no, we didn't put their middle names, or their social security numbers, or their credit card numbers.
I guess.
But because it was a Star Wars movie, and we felt like we were true filmmakers, we had to have the long line of credits.
Yeah.
Even though it was essentially our names repeated.
Like 5 times.
Many times.
Yes. So you'll start to see that in this list, everybody played somebody 2 or 3 times.
We really just wanted to get through the entirety of this Moby song.
That's true. We found this Moby song that was a Star Wars remix, and we thought, oh, we gotta use this somewhere. So,
I love the names you came up with.
yeah. To be fair, Star Wars has always struggled a little bit with their naming conventions. Or maybe that's just the epic fantasy genre in general.
Oh, and lots of blackness.
Well,
and it's still black.
You have to understand, we're doing this on Windows Movie Maker. Yes, I know, shame on us. And it doesn't let you have smooth transitions between the or at least I didn't know how to do that. You have to understand, this is 2005, freshman in high school. I don't know what I'm doing. So it's really hard to get the graphics to line up in any meaningful way.
You were the cast.
Now he did casting.
Yeah, that should be casting. Dan was the second cameraman, if you missed that before. He sat up in a tree at one point and filmed some scenes from above.
Oh, yeah.
We have these abbreviations for the teams working on the graphics. That's just you and your software you're using.
Oh, is that what that is?
Uh-huh. So Niels, that was my company. Digination, that's your company.
Yeah, that was my company.
And Ditka, that was our friend Dan. That was his company. And I'm trying to remember what we actually had here at the end of the movie.
I don't remember. Oh.
We have to do our graphics again. Our logos, because it's not a true movie if you don't have your logos.
Nope.
Also, that's the Bungie Studio logo. If you any of you recognize that sound? We stole that from Bungie. Sorry, Bungie.
It sounded cool.
No money was made on this movie. In fact, I think we spent money on this movie, so if it's any consolation.
If it's any consolation. So, why did you feel the need to have Niels and Jedka flash back and forth so many times?
Well, anytime we made movies, we were very proud of putting our company name on it. Like, this was a Niels movie, this was a Jedka. So the whole idea was that we were coming together in this beautiful union to make this masterpiece that could only work between the two of us.
So why couldn't you just have one logo and then the next?
Well, that would just be silly.
Or just do the combo logo instead of doing your own logo separate first.
Listen, we were 15-year-olds, okay? We were just a bunch of dumb teenagers.
Yeah, and I
What are
have
we
some
doing?
questions about the plot.
Oh, now you have some questions. 12 years later. So that was Star Wars Episode 8. There were some bloopers. We may or may not get to those another time. Probably not, because we have to do Star Wars 7 at some point.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Star Wars 7 prevents the bloopers from ever coming about.
Yes. Anyway, this has been Koplaidr.
Bye.
Bye!
Stop.
I don't even like your pancakes.